Welcome to another edition of the Dynamic Sean's View Entertainment right here on YouTube.com. Make sure to like this video and subscribe with a monumental update as it concerns Daniel Bryan. Now, in a recent report out by PW Insider, when Daniel Bryan's return to WWE TV was announced last Monday for the Money in the Bank pre-show, the feeling at Raw among some of the wrestlers was that Bryan is no longer seen as someone that officials want to push back in the main event right away. It was said that someone like John Cena, Batista, or Triple H wouldn't be brought back on a pre-show in a minimal role. There's also a feeling, wait a minute, before I get to the next paragraph. Remember when John Cena appeared on the pre-show for Hell in a Cell? So that's right there, false. False. But PW Insider goes on to report there's a feeling within WWE that Bryan's bubble has popped, so to speak. Well, I think, it speaks volumes to Daniel Bryan's character. The amount of merchandise he sells and ticket sales, and there's a lot of people that are still interested in Daniel Bryan. I understand when Daniel Bryan's return was announced, you weren't hearing a bunch of cheers and yeses, and, it didn't evoke a reaction, but I can guarantee you that Daniel Bryan is one of those guys that if you think that bubble has popped, I don't even think it has even started. People are not going to forget about Daniel Bryan that fast, especially after everything he has went through. The report goes on to say it's also said that there are definitely higher-ups who feel that Bryan got injured when they noticed him the most, so they're more hesitant to let him run with the ball. Furthermore, there are also people who still bring up how Bryan was scheduled to face Sheamus at WrestleMania 30 at one point until CM Punk walked out of WWE, and then WWE went ahead and gave Bryan the push. Really? So what I am getting out of this report is this. Is that since CM Punk walked out on WWE, the only reason Daniel Bryan got his push and got a main event run at a WrestleMania and a World Championship opportunity shot to the main event scene was, well, because of CM Punk. So I guess Daniel Bryan should be thanking his lucky stars that CM Punk walked out in the WWE, because if CM Punk had not done that, then Daniel Bryan would not be where he is right now. But then again, if that didn't happen, Daniel Bryan probably wouldn't be injured because he would have faced Sheamus. But you can look at this from a lot of different perspectives, a lot of ways. Now, in my opinion, I think this is unfair, okay? To be quite honest, to all the WWE superstars who have gained pushes and momentum. Examples, Ziggler, Barrett, Kofi Kingston, backstage politics, injuries, whatever happens, it's horrible because, just because an injury happens, you get a superstar that is ready for a push, and they're red hot and they're over, and then all of a sudden they get an injury that's beyond their control. It's a part of the sport. It's a part of what happens, especially if the injury wasn't dependent on them, if they weren't the one that caused the injury. Like Dolph Ziggler when he got kicked in the head by Jack Swagger. Whose fault was that? When Bad News Barrett got thrown into barricade, by Jack Swagger. Whose fault was that? Was it Bad News Barrett's injury? Should he be punished for that? No, that's just horrible. I'm not the biggest Daniel Bryan fan. I'm not the biggest CM Punk fan. I'm a big Wade Barrett fan. But the bottom line is the WWE loves to stop the momentum of superstars just because they get injured. Oh, well, we can't trust them. Well, I think the WWE is going to go back and they're going to look at this. And this is if this report is even true. Like I said, this is from PW Insider, which is a pretty good source. But, It's horrible. I mean, this is a miscarriage of justice. Daniel Bryan doesn't deserve anything less. Daniel Bryan deserves to be back into the main event. Daniel Bryan never legitimately lost the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. So, it's just unfair circumstances. It's a horrible thing. It's a tragedy is what it is. It's just horrible. Your comments and your opinions, and do you think Daniel Bryan should come back to a main event run or should he go back to mid-card hell just like Wade Barrett and perhaps Dolph Ziggler? Hopefully that all changes tonight at Money in the Bank, and hopefully the WWE goes back and rethinks their strategy because this is damn pathetic. Subscribe.